you doing? Greetings. My name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. Oh good, the microphone is working. Cool. Didn't bother to look. That's always dangerous. Even after all this time, I worry. Music master, please. Yes, thank you. Oh, too loud. There we go. I can still hear it. So, I should have chat up. Everything's in the wrong place. There we go. Hey. I can see what people are saying. 5 fingers. Hello. 5. Careful, the stream elements bot is live. So the idea tonight, if you didn't know, Sugar Kitty, who is a awesome son of a wonderful cat. Beautifully wonderful cat. I almost opened this. Sent me some samples. You may have seen one of these streams with the first 2 samples about 2.5 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Last month? I don't know, I've lost track. Big surprise. But right here we have the answer key for EFG. These are the last samples. The other ones were obviously A, B, C, D, and we're good. So in here are the answers. It is sealed. I have not looked. I don't know why I need to verify that. It's not that important, really. There wouldn't be a lot of fun in this if I just knew what they were. I'm not going to guess what they are. That's not what I do. I just see which one I prefer. And then find out what that is in the end. Looking forward to it. As usual, we have glassware. First one, these are Tiny Glens. Or my hands are here. Getting fingerprints on it. Tiny Glens. What's my point? Oh, this is the first one. This is E. Tiny Glen, nothing on it. They're all Tiny Glens. I don't need to say that. Second one, F. Bastard's Ball is what it says on it. So if you see it in my hand, you can kind of tell. So I don't have to say it as often. And Whiskey Mentors is the last one. G. Now what? Oh yes, I have to put the thing on. There we go. So now you have this here, so you know what's going on. I will start pouring because I only have an hour. It's only been 2 minutes. Time has slowed down. It was going pretty slow for a while before I started the stream. Hope it's still running. That's always the fun part. It's like, is it on? It is. Oh, good. Andrew Butler, hello. I know. The cat. All I know is one thing, and that's these are the peated ones. Look forward to that. I haven't looked at them. There's numbers on them. I don't know why. Maybe he just did a lot. I don't know. He's got a date in them. I got these in June. That's good. I like that, Sugar Kitty. Thank you. If you do see this at some point. I don't even know where you are. If you're here, cool. If not, okay. 6/28 is when I received these, or at least when they were bottled. So I must have got these early July. So it's been a minute, you know. I did the first few ones, but then it's like, what do I do now? These 3. So get ready to be assaulted by Pete. So. But Jimmy Jails. Hello, good evening. Hey, we gotta get you to places. Now that you're back. Don't let me forget. Because I will. But, restaurants and such, at least from my area. We still have to get you to Irene's. I was there recently. Recently? I think so. I said recently. That might have been a week and a half ago. I really can't keep track. No joking there. I don't know sometimes. I have to look at my calendar for everything. Because if I put it in there, then I'll know. Otherwise, I don't expect to know. I'm eyeballing these as usual, but we're going in about the ½ ounce range, so. Blue Jay Way, good evening. Welcome. Welcome. There's always that little fear. I don't know if that goes away with live streaming, because I try not to look at what's going on too much. But there's always that little bit of like, I don't know if anyone's here. I'm good at talking to myself. Don't worry about that. I do that all the time. But there's also that when you start a stream, you're like, I have no idea if anyone's actually here. But I'm going to keep talking anyway. So thank you for those who are here and who are chatting. I mean, I've been doing this for a while. That's that fear. It's always there. I don't want to be alone. Well, hello. Already something has popped out at me. I don't know anything about these, again, blind. But we're going to show them off for you. Kathy, hello. Hello. Help? I guess that's hello. I think so. Unless you're thinking of the Beatles. Help, I need somebody. Help. Help. Alright, color. Boom. E. There. You gonna focus? There you are. A little bit. Again, I feel the need to trim my nails and see like a manicurist when I do this. Not self-conscious at all. We got F. Here's the color for you. They look very similar. That helps you see the color. See? Do not confuse these. That's why they're marked, so I know which is which. Kathy, don't worry, I understood. I didn't notice it was wrong until I looked again, so you're good. It's a matter of being understood. That's the weird thing about language. It's not always saying it correctly or doing it properly. It's where you understood. Sugar Kitty, there you are. There's the one and only. Oh, you know what? I know what I forgot now. I started to do it, and then guess what? I got distracted. I've been clicking on stuff and nothing's showing up. I didn't notice. All right, everything's gonna go black. Don't worry about it. What happened? Oh. See if I can do this again here. Oh, you're not gonna work at all. There we go. Yeah. I have to do all the other ones. My biggest. That was me high-fiving you back. There we go. Yeah. That. Yes, hello. Good evening. Said that. Andy Butler. Hello. See, now I have to click on all these, even though I clicked on them already. You didn't see them. It didn't count. Yes. That screen is just for one purpose, and that is for me to put in a URL from the chat. You don't need to know this. So I have to pop out the chat, and then I have to put the chat in front of me and make it take up the whole screen, so it's a little more this instead of this. 2 screens. And I just copy the URL and put it into that blank area where it actually does something for you to be able to see this. Because I don't have the super chat thing that that YouTube gives to everyone who's monetized. I think. Can they do that? I don't really remember. It's become so regular for me and so many other streamers. They use like Streamlabs or StreamYard. StreamYard? I used to use it, but I only use that for guests now. And I don't pay for it because I don't have the money. But what was my point? Yeah, so that's a little more this and that and tie it together. So if I forget to copy and paste the link, nothing happens. Anyhow, now, what I want to point out to you here, before I forget again, this is the last one. Do you know the color difference? I do. This one's just a little lighter. Again, these are Scotch. I think. Maybe not. Who knows? So the coloring is up in the air, as it usually is. Oh, and one more thing. Sorry about Friday. If you were a regular who was like, what happened? He's not here. Yeah, I was busy week. And I've been doing a lot of real life stuff and trying to get caught up on videos to have them in advance, which is good. But I think I'm doing okay, and then my whole brain and body are like, you know what, you're gonna just stop. You're just gonna stop now. So that was Friday. I was not functional. And a new game. I started playing a new game. That does not help. It's called Baldur's Gate 3. It's like D&D style stuff. Oh no. I've wasted countless hours already over the past 2 days. I had trouble sleeping last night. We're doing great. We're on the downward slope here. I also thought I was getting sick. I hope I am not. Let's see. Wooden floor. Yeah. Starting with E. Ooh. Ooh. No. These are all in fact Scotch and all have some level of peat to them. Although level and type is subject to variation. Alright. So we're doing what, the ppm? Is that what it is? The first one's nice. It gives me more of a hello music. I got seaweed. This one. First one. A little bit of the a little bit of the car tire. I think it's new car tire though. I believe I got a thread of vanilla, but I also saw a bunch of trees. Pine trees. Like you're in a forest. Pine trees around you. So it's faint. Not overwhelming. I don't know if I've ever been to a pine forest, and if I did, it was probably cold out. So I wouldn't really smell anything except the cold air. Oh, that smells good. It's fairly light. Like this is one of the, as far as, here's the hard thing. I am accustomed to peat. So I always worry, or, I always worry. That's a given. But with peated stuff, there's no way to tell how it is from one person to another. But with this one, this would be a lighter peat that I would give to someone who is at least curious, maybe has tried one or two. Trying to find the introductory peat is the hard part. And I thought I had one. Black Bottle is one that comes to mind because of the cost, but I don't know if that's right as far as the peat level. Oh man, it smells really good. I like that. F. Ooh. F has something I do not like. It's either a strong iodine or a hospital smell, except it's been cranked up to the fact where you're like, am I in the operating room and am I going to die? That kind of feeling. Never been in an operating room in that situation, but that's the thing that came to mind. Why? Shoe? Like a new shoe? Right out of the box? A white one that was used to play basketball. Yeah. There's something about that one I don't like. It's not terrible, but it's this... It's like the first thing I notice, again, if it's something I don't like. The problem with doing this is finding the smells you don't like stick out because you do not like them. Birds are loud today. Can you hear them? I know the music covers a lot up, but they're always so loud to me. I'm always worried that you can hear it. It doesn't matter if you can. There's fucking birds. Sparrows, house sparrows, specifically. Yeah, hospital antiseptic kind of thing. Like you walk into a hospital and it's there. It's just like in the air. It's not like someone cleaned up right there in front of you, but it's there. There you go. These are all officially Scotch. None of these are your typical. Oh. That would explain why this one seems so peculiar. The thought of I don't know what to call it exactly, but have you ever had seaweed, like sushi roll paper? You know, the big squares with seaweed stuff, and you wrap up your sushi in them. I thought of that. I've never made my own sushi, but it's an option now. I got a rice cooker recently. It's very nice. Or at least it worked the one time I've used it, just to test it out. Bicycle tire. Nori, thank you. Sure, Katie. I know there was a word for it, but... Alright, that's enough for F. interesting, but there's something about I don't like, and I've had that happen before. It's just nothing new. It's always one specific thing that's right out front. I can't ignore it. On the nose, I always try to give it a chance on the palate, but number F is sad. It's making me sad because I don't like it. I don't like not liking things, but I do it a lot. It takes a lot of energy out of me. On to G. I don't do it on purpose. It's just I'm easily irritated. Ooh, this one's sweeter. Immediately, like vanilla and chai. Man, that smells really good. There's not much of a peat note to it for me. This is actually one that would be even better. Because if there's peat in this, I can't really tell. I know there is. But this one's different. I got that pine wreath note on that. And there must be some kind of Yankee candle pine. I'm thinking of a candle and I'm going, why? I'm thinking of a white candle. That's what's confusing me. Like one that's just, you use it for a dinner table, long white one. Maybe that's what it smells like, actually. I forgot those do have a scent. It's wax. It's a waxy scent. You will tell when you taste them. All right. Well, this one's pleasant, but not so peaty. There's some kind of Octomore. I've seen Octomore before, and I've had it once. I don't remember which one, but it was this light color, which was very confusing, as, you know, as a whiskey knew when I had it, or at least experienced some whiskeys. I don't think I was some yet, but misleading. Just is. Onto the palate. You know, there was a time when I just go into a whiskey tasting after whatever. Now I am so annoyed. No. Particular. I'm more particular about when I'm going to drink whiskey, that I have a clean-ish palate. It's super annoying. I wish I didn't have to deal with that thought and that problem. You know. G will mislead. Yes. Okay, good. I have a feeling. Peter White, hello. Is he popping here? Hello. We're digging in. All right, starting with E. That was much of a sip. Trying to think about it. Well, I guess I have to in this case, because I have to go from one to the other and take a break in between. This one's nice. Nice spice up front. And I mean like peppery. And it has those tingles. First alcohol of the day. First whiskey of the day. First anything. Whiskey, alcohol, both. Of the day. For the record. I like that. It's giving me a little ashy finish now. And I'd rather not have to react off my first sip. So we'll have another sip. Go from there. Got the decaying wood smell. It's very foresty, very earthy. Okay. Yeah. What builds? It's not super peaty. It's kind of sweet. Vanilla-ish. I can't quite tell the proof. I thought it was a little lower at first, and then I took another sip, and now I'm like, oh. On the way down, it surprised me. Wait a minute. Tastes less peaty than it smells. Gee, where have I heard that tingly effervescence before? Huh. Huh. I do get it. I do get the tongue tingles. I enjoy that one. It is less peaty than I thought. I get part of my brain is worried that I'm gonna run into super peat, you know, big peat, which is actually whiskey out there. I think I have it over there. It's not that peaty, honestly. But I'm always worried about that one that's gonna come in like a wrecking ball. I enjoyed that. That was fairly simple, but enjoyable. The finish is long. Like, it's just hanging out. It means I have to try to get rid of it. But I like it. The palate's nice. The initial nose I was a little skeptical about. But on to number 2. On to number F. Number F. I know what I'm doing. I mean, officially I do. But I like to think I don't. Pizza and beer accomplished. You son of... Don't tell me that. I thought I was very... There's part of my brain that thought about ordering pizza tonight. And I do not order pizza or order any kind of food delivered. That means someone I don't know has to bring it to me. And then I have to deal with them interactively. And I don't like that. So I don't do that. I just get frozen pizzas. But I shouldn't eat those anyway. So, grumble, grumble. On to F. For fudge. Okay, I know what I didn't like is that it's prominent now. Yeah. What is that? It is like an ashtray. This has been very used. I got cigarette smoke and ash, cigar. I like cigars, but like cigar in the freaking in a wet one. It's like for some reason there was a outside ashtray thing, and people just put their cigarettes and cigars out, and it rained. That's what that smells like. Tastes like. Sorry. And it's staying. That was a weird one. That came at me in very unexpected ways with that cigarette ash. What's horrible is I'm thinking like after a fire, like after a massive fire has happened somewhere in a forest. That's probably what it smells like. The smell is the taste. That's. And unfortunately, it's making me think of Hawaii, too, so I don't know. Second sip, pull in the palate. It's a nice texture. A little peppery, not so sweet. And then it builds. My tongue starts to go dry after that. It sort of curls up around your tongue with this prickly feeling. Little peaty notes. The taste isn't too bad the second sip, but that first note sip was something else. I haven't had that kind of thing happen in quite a while. Where it's just a new kind of smoky peatiness that I wasn't anticipating, and that was just cigarette and ash. An ashtray. There's ones I don't like particularly. I don't mind tire. I don't mind, campfire ash or seaweed, salt, ocean air, that kind of thing. But for whatever, anything that's cigarette-like or ashtray-like, I have a problem with that in real life. Like, I cannot be around people who are smoking cigarettes. I just cannot. I mean, technically I could be, but it would be like I would be fighting so hard to be there. I find the best thing for me to do is just vacate the area. They just smell awful, and then it sticks to you, which is even worse. Bah. Now we gotta stop talking about food. Productive? How dare you? Weekends are supposed to be productive. Mine wasn't. But I've been having ups and downs, mental health wise, energy wise. Like even now, there's a thing behind my eyes that just kind of wants them to close. Similar to Friday, but not as bad. I think part of it is due to the fact that I took a sleeping medication thing last night and I only took half because I've learned not to take more than the actual dosage. I have some kind of weird sensitivity to stuff occasionally. So I don't know if it's hanging on because I'm doing fine for most of the day, but I was still kind of woozy. Still pretty woozy. Working through it. Feel like this. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Wow, that takes a lot out of me to do that. Ugh. I got the sleepy eyes. On to G. Did I drink water? Just in case. I don't remember. So F is so far the one that's just going, hi, how you doing? Ah. Off and on a number of times, alright. Okay, good to know. I mean, it's not one I don't like, but it's certainly an experience that I wasn't ready for at all. I'm gonna go back to it. Go back to all these one after the other, see what happens after that. First, though, give G a chance. I hope it's not Talisker. I like Talisker. Most of the time. I've only had it a few times. Every time I have, it's like, oh, this is great. This is the one that smells very sweet and very not peated like. I like Quilila and Ardbeg too. Would I be able to pick those out? No, because I don't drink peated stuff that often. Which is odd, because I have quite a few peated whiskeys. Maybe I'll have to do another peat night. Do a giveaway at some point. But I can't do next month. What month is it? It's August, right? No, September? August? July? August. Got it. But we're almost over. How did that happen? I was just getting used to it maybe being August. 20 days in. Oof. F is different. It did a whole different thing. And I've had plenty of peated whiskey, but that one came at me in a very odd way. And it started on the middle of my tongue, which is why you saw that kind of, what the hell's happening? This one smells very odd. If it's peated anything. I can hardly tell because there's so much sweetness in it. That's up front. Sorry, music's getting to me. But I've had things I really love this kind of music. And I do. For like an hour or two on Fridays and Sundays. Which really is more than I listen to most music. Usually I just listen to music in the car. It made me think of sugar cookie. Or a biscuit, I think they're called, where these are. Andrew Butler knows about biscuits. The nose on this is fascinating. It's so inviting. Okay, now see if it's on the palate. I'm worried. We'll see. I thought of fish at first, just for a second. And the peaty, prickly feeling doesn't come in until the end. It does not taste like the nose. Absolutely. Yeah, it's just a little bit dry. Right? Ugh. Oops. You're in the way now. Here we go. Uh-oh. I do like the mouthfeel of F. For whatever reason, I didn't really notice it on E. I don't know if that's because I just wasn't paying attention to it. I'll go back, find out if it's the kind of mouthfeel texture I like. Weirdly enough, or F N G R. It's a little richer, more viscous. It's a fun word to say. Yeah, you did. It's absolutely true. It smells so sweet, and then it has this kind of it does one of these where it just changes right in the middle. There's something weird and fruit-like on the start, only for a second. Then you get a little peat, and then it tapers off, and then it slowly comes back and dries out your whole tongue. Or actually, just the top part, not the sides. In my case. This might be too aggressive for some people, and not because it's overwhelmingly aggressive, but just the way it clings. It just stays there. It's almost like a mild, warming, burning-ish sensation. I don't know how to explain that one. It just sticks, and you notice. All right, one after the other. We get time. Oh, like yes. We're right at 30 minutes, almost. 31, and close it up. Pineapple, mango. Yeah, something weird like that. And it's only right at the start, so you don't even have enough time to think about it before it starts to change into something else. That's wild. All right. Still there. I'm right on my tongue. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One of my toothes doesn't like getting cold. All right, one after the other, we'll see what happens. It's a thing. It sounds horrible. I was on this change. This is E. Had a little more like crisp brownie edges. Or is that brisket? It's burnt crispy part. I don't know if it's brownies. That'd be sweeter. Eh. I didn't notice the texture on E because it's it's there, but it's not the kind I really like. It's more of a thinner type of texture. So it just kind of comes and goes. The other ones, they circulate. I don't know what this is, but that's what it does. On to F. Yep, there it is. Just ashtray. All right, I'm building up the peat because I'm drinking one after the other. Oof. It compounded all of them at the end. Well, Ricky, I'm being indecisive. Hold on. Oof. We'll do this now. Okay. It was like your end or me? Because it could have been my end. I have no idea. Make some revelation. And I'll open this. We got time. All that's going to happen is at the end, I'm going to drink the one I like the best. Once I know what it is, will help, but it's not easy. Like the last G is interesting, but it's also one you want to explore rather than just drink as a peated one. And peated ones are already slow for me to drink anyhow. But it's interesting. And then it's really... I have to go back between E and F. I'm leaning towards F because of the texture of it. I still don't really like the nose. There's an 18-year-old in here? Black doo-doo. Only one is an island. Highland Peats. Ah. To be wrong is to be wrong and learn something. I would say E and G feel like the Highland. I don't know what it is about F. There's something. There's that initial smoky thing. Because F was a little stronger than the other two as far as what it brought initially. It just kind of went. We'll see. Let's find out. We got what 25 minutes left. Plenty of time for me to get through this and chit chat a little bit. I did pretty well with that as far as getting through the process in a timely manner and not getting too distracted. This thing still creaks. This is the new chair, but as long as I don't. If I sit in it like a normal human being, it still creaks a little bit. There we go. F is the Highland. Did I say that? I said E and F. No, F is the Highland, so I was wrong completely. F is the Highland? I also don't know what the percentages are. I haven't had enough Highlands, clearly. The only one I've had is, what the heck? What's the one I had? Highland Park, right? Particularly that G. Yeah, G was doing some stuff. It was intriguing. Let's open this up. Extra frickin' glug-worthy. Oh god, please don't glug whiskey. It's such a bad idea. That's wild. Here we go. I feel like royal proclamation. Proclamation? Proclamation. Hello. Where are you? Envelope's trying to escape. I have none of that. KillCo sample key, EFG. Ha! That's weird. Why does... Oh, that's why. Okay. Answer and, you know, ask question, get answer immediately. So E is the Loch Lomond, 18-year-old. The problem is it's 92 proof. It's good, but the proof is what makes me sad. I want it to be higher than that. F, Glenturret 10-year peated smoke, 100 proof. That would also explain the change in texture there. Same with the last one, Kilchoman, 100% Isla 12 edition? 12th edition? Not 12 year, 12th edition. 2022, 8-year, 100 proof. So there we go. We got E as Loch Lomond, which is good because I do like that one. F, Glenturret 10-year. I don't even know if I've ever had Glenturret. I might have. Big problem with going to Irene stores. You have many whiskeys. And I don't remember what they all are because he keeps giving me more. I've had the Kilchoman though. Kilchoman. 100% Isla. Not that I haven't had that one, but I believe one of Irene Tan's picks was a Kilchoman. Somebody would correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was a Kilchoman. So I've tasted it and it was really good. Unsurprisingly. Well, now you've done it. Now that I've opened this, and even though, sad face, even though the texture of E wasn't, you know, choice compared to the other two, I did enjoy the flavor of it and I enjoyed the nose, where F had a kind of weird nose. The palate was fine, except for that really like smoky punch, which we'll call it a Highland punch. That's not very good. Highland hit, yeah. There. H&H, got it. Hit. Which was nice. But again, it was also cigarette ash. Really shy. That's really what pushed it away. And of course, knowing the first one's an 18-year Loch Lomond. First, Loch Lomond. Second, 18 years. Wow. That. You know, age statement doesn't mean anything, except when you see it, and you're like, oh, Revival Distillery, been opened and closed a few times. Oh, that's probably why I haven't had much of it. Only because cask strength and 100% Isla, a specialist, not now. Ooh. I don't want to know the price on that. It sounds like a lot of money. Well, actually, the Loch Lomond sounds like a lot because it's an age statement. 18 years? Ricky, do you remember any numbers? So that means something to most people when they're buying a whiskey. And if this is a Loch Lomond 18-year-old that I'm never going to have again, which it probably is, that's good to know. You need Glenturret 15-year-old port pipe. Really go just need a nip of that now. Do it. Just a... Yeah. That was wild. The music is changing up on me again. I haven't had the 18 year, but I like the 12. I also like the 12. And John Matlick, hello. I didn't say it. Might have missed you coming in, but some people just watch. I've done that plenty of times. Hello. Welcome. We've just rounded up the peat thing. I'm going to put the rest of E into my glass. Normal glass. This is a drink more bourbon glass from It's Bourbon Night. They go on next. I don't know what the heck they're doing. They said the patrons are deciding for them. I am one, but I have no idea. Here's E. And honestly, the knowing it was Loch Lomond, not so much the 18 year. The 18 year also. When I saw it was Loch Lomond, I went, son of a... 110 for the Kilholman, Glenturret 60. If you can find it around. Loch Lomond was 85. Oh, that's really? For an 18-year-old? That's surprising. Keep in mind. Pouring this into a bourbon can. Oh my gosh. It didn't explode. Good. I'll be drinking this tonight. Among other things. If I'm lucky, though, I'm going to drink the rest of this and just fall asleep. It is. It's really nice for an 18-year-old. I'm still surprised by the last one's color. That was the real stickler for me. It's just how completely different from the other two. But again, when I'm drinking Scotch, I have no idea. So I don't think too much about it. I like to check. Just... Alright, I'm going to pour the last of this in my mouth. It smells really nice. And this is just like the Loch Lomond 12 experience, where it's just kind of weird on the nose. On the palate, it's nice. But I never had to deal with peated Loch Lomond. Till now. What scares me about this texture, much easier to drink. Like you can drink it a little faster when you don't notice how it coats your mouth. It's lower proof too, which is good to know. Another reason to drink it faster. I say that because I have a certain bottle over here that I drank some of last night, and I drank a little more. Not more than I should have, but I definitely poured a little more and drank. I was drinking it faster. Not to the point of inebriation, but just like, wow, this drink's real easy. You'll find out why this week. Yes, I think this week coming up. The video for that bottle over here will go on. Mike Franklin, hello. Where have you been? I mean, hi. Welcome to this. You missed the little roundup. You got to rewatch the whole thing, is what I'm saying. Won't spoil it for you, but we all know what it is. I'm gonna mix these last two together now. That's gonna be weird. We're gonna ask the one that was basically cigarette ash, and the really sweet one together. Okay. In you go. I feel like I should do cartoon smoke. Let that mix around a little bit. Get friendly. Getting jiggy with it. No. Is that a song? I'm not even sure. What a surprise. The peated one kind of basically went out. But it's much softer. The sweetness of that second, or the G, muted it quite a bit. Okay, have a sip. See if it collapsed. That's pretty good. I still think F took over. but the texture is the same. Didn't change. And it's softer. Like that punch I talked about is gone. Just fizzled out with all the sweet notes. That's actually really nice. Sure, can you mix those two together? Just a little bit of each. Half an ounce and half an ounce, 1-to-1. Tell me what you think. You did tell me one of those is really expensive though, so maybe you don't do that. Yeah, the Glentoret was, gee, spoilers. Was the second one? I've already forgotten. Oh, thank you for doing little clicky clicks. I just saw that now. I haven't been looking at the corner there. For whatever reason, it's in the corner. So thank you for clicking the thing. I don't know if that's some kind of Morse code to freaking the algorithm or what, but I like to see it happening, little clicky clicks. So if you see it and you want to click on it, well, also, God, I mean, hey, yeah, by the way, everyone, make sure you like and subscribe. We're getting there, closer to 700. 700? 650, 750, 800. 800? Yeah, we're getting closer to that. I can't keep track. Not that it's going up that fast, but I blank out. I try not to think about it too much since, while that is the main goal, I do have, again, there's a bottle over here. Box. Like, where'd it go? Where can you see it better? This way? There it is. Under the Welcome to the Jank here, we have a box that I can't open the whiskey in until I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm getting there, though. The end of the year, no. The end of next year. Maybe. We have Lockholm, an 18-year-old as E. Glentoret 10. You told them the prices when I'm looking at this. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. The Kilhoman is 110. But maybe don't mix those two together. You said the Glentoret was 60. You know, that makes it $170, $60. $70. 70. I got it. So if you want to mix those two, an ounce to an ounce or a half ounce to a half ounce, probably a better idea. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think, Sugar Kitty, because you're the only one who can do that unless they're all gone. You sent it all out and then you can't. So, sorry, don't do that. Well, 760. Ooh. I didn't remember. Oh, yeah. That was the beginning of July. My birthday. We hit 750 just before that. So getting 760 is good. Actually, probably over 750 by then, but it's a rolling. I hope. Trying to get the content out, man. What I do. What I've been doing for quite a while. So there's plenty of videos to watch. And again, thank you to those of you who are watching my numerous amounts of content to learn all the backstory about this channel. Yes, that's what you're doing. Anyway, I have a little bit more of this lock moment now. Pete Hart. Ooh. I changed my password every quarter. My keyword this time was 1,000 subs. Putting out good vibes in the weeks or so. Thank you. I like that. I should do that, but now I said it on the internet, so I can't. Also, Zemper, you can change it. All the bottles have at least 80% left. Only the Kilhoman I am drinking is a bit more often. Okay, there you go. I don't know if I've had unlock. I think I have. Yeah, I have numerous problems, and they're good problems, but like going to Irene's hand store and being able to go to the whiskey vault. You just blank out. Decisions. I know I had some compass box last time. Problem is, there's two separate times when I was in the vault. There was the time I did the live stream, which was fun. Maybe I'll do that again at some point. I don't know. I'd like to, but with the next time I'm going to be there being very hectic, schedule-wise, Bastard's Ball and such, we'll see. Basically, that whole weekend, the vault's going to be closed off to any other tampering, so they can make sure it's in good condition for a lot of people to be there. Which will be. I'll be there. I hope. Well, I can be. That's the that's the real. They're changing things around this time for the whiskey vault, so they don't want other people getting in that haven't been invited. I guess it's a nice way to put that. So as a whiskey somm, I can get in, and then I know at the end of the Bastards Ball, all the people who have been giving you whiskey all day, talking to you about it. So all the distillers and anyone who works there, everyone who's pouring you drinks at the Bastards Ball, gets to go up to the vault, and we get to pour them whiskey, which I like a lot. As much fun as what the heck's it called? La Quinta supposedly is. I had a good time the first time, but that's not my vibe, man. It really isn't. Lots of people and lots of noise in one room. Drinking lots of whiskey. Lots of whiskey. Probably most bottles I've seen in one place all of a sudden. Because they show up and then they disappear. It's wild. But, since I'm staying in the vault after Bastards Ball ends, I'm not there. Technically I'm working. And I'm not getting paid, but I'm pouring whiskey for folks, which is lots of fun. One of the main reasons to become a whiskey somm. You can go to the vault and pour whiskey for anybody. Whatever's in there. It's great. It's a great feeling. Especially if you're like me and you're someone who is just interested in whiskey, found the whiskey vault. 2 to 3 years later, you're in there giving people whiskey. It's like some weird fantasy story. He was just a young man until he found the vault. Oh, yeah. Still smells a little funky. Musty. But the peat's tampered down a bit. Now it's a little sweeter. I don't know if it's a bigger glass. That's another thing we have to keep in mind. Something happened there. Nope, we did it again. I'm inhaling too sharply or something. Problem with having a mustache is it gets in the way. Like, if I want to put my nose in there, it's literally just like... So nice. I'm gonna drink some now, okay. I have chosen wisely. This is really nice. This is my kind of peated stuff, where it's just a little mellow. Still there, but not trying to attack me. I think I equate the same thing with peat and high proofs, like very high proofs, 60% or more, where it just becomes too much. It's too distracting. Same thing goes with peat. Is I will enjoy it at first, but if I try to drink it for longer, I'm not going back to it as something I'm enjoying and sipping on. It's just like, and again, But my experience with peat is that the initial taste of it is kind of raw. And then as you get accustomed to it, you start to pick out the fruit notes and the sweet notes. And the peat gets kind of pushed aside. Mellows out. Which is good. Because even this Loch Lomond, I forget what I said at the beginning. But it wasn't extreme. Took a pretty big sip that time. Texture seemed better. So maybe it was just I was taking smaller sips because of the small glass. It's not quite as good as F. That was the one I really liked as far as texture goes. It was better. So take big sips of your whiskey. No, don't do that. What is going on? Oh, good stuff. No, it discontinued sucks, man. I keep hearing they're doing that with lore, Freud lore, but still see them around. I'm not sure. Oh, speaking of peated stuff, we have another donation that happened recently, as of last Wednesday. Sure. I kept it here so I could see it and grab it. Some of you may recognize this one. Maybe not. I haven't even taken it out of here. Oh wait, have I? Yes, I have. Loose. Put someone's name on it. Ugh. Look at this stocky. Look at Look at it. Look at it. I don't know where I'm going to put this on my shelf. It is a chunky boy. Did I write on this? No, I didn't. Not that I could see it. Like, this is almost black. I'm sure it's a dark green, like forest green. But I can barely. It's also got a. Look at that. Gotta pour some out now. Oh no, this is a problem. You're diving into peer pressure, almost. But I know that feeling well. It especially shows up really hard during dry week. When I watch other people's streams and they're talking about how good whiskey is, I'm like, oh man, that's fine. And it says Isla single malt, Irish single malt, Port Charlotte, Progressive Hebridean Distillers. Hebridean? Hebridean. Sure, okay. Fine by me. 50% is what I like to see. Yeah. Isla single malt Scotch whiskey. Heard a lot of good things. I'm fairly certain I've had it before. And I liked it. Look at the interior there. Holy shit. Wow. Rib for your pleasure. That's orange. I don't know why. That's an interesting aesthetic. I'm a child. Sorry. Looking forward to doing a video on that. When that'll happen? Also, the donator was Zenbood. Be shocked. One who's donated about 50 bottles to the channel. Ugh. Thanks, Zenbood. We'll go into more detail on that when I do the video. When that will be, I don't know. We're rolling into September, which again is my channelversary month. So expect me to do channelversary things. I really don't know what yet. More giveaways, maybe one every other week. Next Friday, I will attempt to do a giveaway of all the whiskeys I will have up this month. Only because the end of the month is longer or lands on a Wednesday or something weird like that. There's a reason. But yeah, August had 5 Wednesdays. So it's going to end on the 31st as a Thursday. Thus why next week will hopefully be a giveaway. And it'll be 4 because I thought it was going to be 5. And then I realized what 5 was. One of the 5 was. And I said, I'm not going to do that. You can find the Twisted Tea whiskey at a store near you. You do not want me to send you some. I promise. If you haven't seen the video, that explains very well. Not terrible, but not the best. Again, you got free reign, Zenbood. Zenbood is one of my top tier patrons. By the way, I have a Patreon. Thank you, Zenbood. I always forget to say that. Shepard, yeah. Get him in here too. We'll just keep having more bottles and I have less room for me to put them anywhere. It's gonna be great. Yeah, Port Charlotte has been talked up a lot on Whiskey Vault. Rex and David both seem to like it a lot. I've had it. I think is it called a Black Art? Is like the big Port Charlotte. Pretty sure that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I've had the Port Charlotte Black Art. I think it might be something else. My memory is not good. You're welcome. It's so good. It's so weirdly good. Yeah. Rob Smith, hello. If I didn't say hi to you, because again, I'm not all there most of the time. It makes for a daily living. It's a very interesting process that I handle extremely well. I made myself rice today. That is top tier Brian right there. It's like, I made rice today. I'm doing okay. All right, folks, 7:59. Thank you for joining me for all of this. I've enjoyed it. I'm going to have some more Loch Lomond for the rest of the evening. Maybe a little bourbon to end the night. Brooklotic, that's what I'm thinking of. Yes, that's really good. Not when you can get your hands on, I'm told. Brooklotic. I also like Brooklotic. I don't know why I was getting Port Charlotte with mixed up there, but they like that one too. I think that's what it was. The Brooklotic Black Art and the Port Charlotte have been talked about as very good. Lottie! Either way, I like all. With that, you are free to go off into the nether, into the void, into the... Well, you stay at your desk or wherever you are, your phone, whatever. I'm going to go peek at its bourbon night. I don't know if I'll stay very long because I'm still a little tired. I have a lot of whiskey Scotch to drink, which feels, you know, a bit odd. But I want to see what they're doing, what they got. James Morgan, hello! You're just in time for me to leave. But I'll see you somewhere. Don't worry, I'm around. And I hope you look forward to this week's video. Wednesday, 11 a.m., if you didn't know. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Oh yes, and of course, meow. Bye. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.